What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. I figured it was about time to do a little update on the General Lee. For those of you who don't know about this car, I'll catch you up to date. It is a 1968 Dodge Charger on a 2000 Dodge Durango body. The whole chassis, the running gear, everything like that is all Dodge Durango. So it's kind of cool in a way because I've got power steering, I've got power brakes, I've got air conditioning, I've got cruise control if I can get it to work. It actually is a pretty nice riding car, and it is four-wheel drive. This car was modeled after the General Lee that was used in one of the episodes. I think it was Arrest Jesse Duke, where they turned the General Lee into a four-wheel drive. This thing is obviously four-wheel drive. It was built some time ago, maybe about 10 or 12 years ago, back in Florida, and it moved around a little bit. Subsequently, it's become mine, and it needed a little bit of work when I first got it. So one of the first things that I did on this vehicle is to get different rims. Now, the rims that were on it when I got it, I really didn't think were that bad initially, but then I started looking and I realized how bad they really were and just how big of a difference that these rims made. Did some new all-terrain tires, and it really gave it a completely different look. Now, another thing with this vehicle is it needed a little bit of paint work, and I probably should have just painted the whole thing, but I just did bits and pieces, doors, back around the back window. I replaced the back window. I had the front windshield replaced. So little bits and pieces, new decals on the side, a little bit here and there, because I was really trying to do this on a budget. You know, initially when I first got the vehicle, I was just gonna throw caution to the wind. I was going to completely redo all the interior. I was going to redo their wheels and tires. I was actually thinking about lowering it and making it look like a traditional General Lee. And I could have gotten into this vehicle probably another $15,000 or $20,000, but I decided to put the brakes on that because, well, as you guys know, you know me, there's always other vehicles I want to buy and always other vehicles I wanted to enjoy. And one thing about this vehicle when I first got it, it rode horribly. It was very, very bouncy and rough and almost comical. So Eddie got the idea to get some different leaf springs and replace those in the back, and that really did help out this vehicle quite a bit. We aired the air shocks up in the back, and that helped set the stance up a little bit more. And then we got a different key for the front end to be able to lift the front end up just a little bit more and get it in more of a level stance. Got the alignment done, everything like that, and it actually rides pretty good now for a four-wheel drive, slightly lifted vehicle. I will take you guys around the block and show you how nicely it does ride. Really, to get the full grasp of it though, you would really had to ride in it. I know the first video I did on this vehicle, I was kind of bouncing around a little bit and everything like that, but it's still really, you don't get the full grasp unless you're actually in it. Now, something that I do want to still do is some interior work on it. I was going to completely gut the interior and go through it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Right now, you got the standard Dodge Durango look all the way through here. But I want to get these door panels done. I'm going to get them to kind of match the rest of the back door panels, which you really can't see over there. And I want to do the headliner and the visors. And then I don't know if you guys can really see it back there, but the rear deck, I want to take those subwoofers out, just leave the 6x9s in and have those redone. So that's the plan right now. That's probably about a month out. Talk to my upholstery shop. Probably would have had it done a lot sooner if I hadn't gotten hurt, but you know, everything kind of fell by the wayside. So that is really the next thing on this vehicle, and then it's done. I'm good to go. I'm finished with it, and I'll be happy with it. And it really is, it's a fun vehicle to drive. As a matter of fact, I think we should take it for a little drive right now. Got the old head cam on, and I gotta admit, I do still feel a little funky wearing this thing, but before we go, look at that Trans Am. Look at how beautiful that thing is. I mean, that car's just, it's just a thing of beauty. It's a work of art. I actually drove it yesterday, and it's just so much fun to drive, so enjoyable. Started to ride up after sitting for a couple of months, ran great, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the General Lee and go for a ride in it. Okay. That nice rumble. probably not the quietest vehicle, but it's got a nice rumble to it. It's amazingly slow, as you would expect from a 2000 Dodge Durango four-wheel drive with a 4.7 liter V8. But it drives and handles so much better. It is just so much better. I cannot even put it into words how much better this thing is. You guys will remember before when I would get on it, it would scrape the rear tires. No more of that. That is all fixed thanks to Eddie and the new leaf springs, airing those air shocks up a little bit. And you know, really it's a very nice driving vehicle. Kind of wish the cruise control would work. But it's like a jumble of wires and mess, and Eddie's just like, it's kind of beyond him. I'm sure I could get somebody that could get in there and figure it out and get it working, because the cruise will come on and it will say that it's on, it just won't engage. But I mean, this is a vehicle that truthfully, if I had to take a trip in it and had to go maybe a couple hours, I wouldn't be afraid to do it. It's really that comfortable. Take it down the freeway for an exit or two, and I'll show you just how nicely it cruises at 70, 75. I mean, there you go. We're at freeway speeds right now, tagging about 2,400 RPM, staying up with the flow of traffic very comfortably. And you could still have somewhat of a conversation while driving. So yeah, cruising along. Air conditioning's on right now. It's just warm enough outside to be uncomfortable. And it's kind of bumpy on this side of the freeway. This lane's kind of rough. And it doesn't ride bad. It's not the best riding vehicle, don't get me wrong. It's never going to be. But it doesn't ride bad. Compared to what it was, it's not bad at all. I'm very pleased with it, very pleased with the vehicle. And you know, like I said before in a couple videos back, not a forever vehicle, but for right now I'm really enjoying it. Someone will come along, just got to have it, and they'll probably make me an offer, a trade offer, and I'll end up letting it go. But I really dig having this car, and it looks so cool. It's a lot of fun. I really like this. I'll be happy to get the interior all done. I'm really going to probably try to kind of match this stuff right here with the door panels, because that's what the rear panels, you guys can see back there, that's what they are. I was going to completely do things differently, but I just want to match everything up, make it look good, make it look more uniform. So okay, we're getting back out on the county roads. I'm going to hit a few bumps just to kind of show you. This is not the roughest road out here, but it's rougher, and really it rides pretty nice. I can't complain. I really can't. Compared to what it was, you guys remember, it was so bouncy that you couldn't even keep your foot steady on the throttle. You know, now we're going over some pretty decent bumps, and it's soaking them up pretty well. Okay, so unfortunately the neighbor has their lawnmower going right now. I think they're setting up for a big party that they didn't invite us to, which I don't know. But if you guys remember, another thing is the horn on this thing was horrible. And I did buy a replacement horn off of eBay. I didn't spend a lot on it, and I don't really think it's that much better. I'll see if you guys can hear it from in here. It's not great. I mean, it's better. The other one was really sick sounding, but it's not great. So let's get out, let's do a quick walk around. I kind of got it out in the sun. The car looks great after Jesus came in and did all his detailing on it. It had a bunch of water spots on it, he got those out. So we'll take a quick walk around and then go back in the shop and finish the video. Okay, there you have it. I just think it looks great. I think it absolutely looks great. Now, one thing I was thinking about with all the signatures from the cast, some of them are kind of fading. I was thinking about maybe taking it to somebody who could go over them and darken them in, and then maybe having it cleared over. That might be a good option. kind of thought about tinting the windows because I tint the windows on basically all my vehicles, but I'm not sure about this one. Tell me what you guys think. Now, one thing you guys probably noticed from the video is my car does have the Confederate flag on top, and that in this day and age with everything going on right now is kind of a sore subject. And you know, my 2 cents on it is this: the flag, it never hurt anybody, it never did anything to anybody. It was just something that was used in the Civil War. It was I mean, at best a symbol, but a symbol only has as much power as you put into it. To me, it's a cool looking flag. It wasn't the one that did bad things, it's the people that did bad things and kind of put a tarnish on our history. But the flag, no. And certainly the show, if you guys ever watched the Dukes of Hazzard, which more than likely if you're watching this video you did, that was not a racist show. There was nothing racist about it. So, you know, to me it's a little overkill. I even had a guy stop me at the gas station the other day when I was filling that thing up, and he says, you know, I'm glad you got the Confederate flag on it. It shouldn't be taken the way it's taken. It was a dark period in our history, but we should remember that, and we don't want to repeat those things. And I totally agree with that. So I'm going to keep the flag on there. I think it looks good, and I just think it's a cool looking flag. That's it. It's just a cool looking flag. So with that, I'm not going to say anything more. I'm going to end the video. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My Venmo, PO Box, Instagram, all that stuff's going to be in the description below. And as always, God bless, take care, have an absolutely amazing day. Sounds very V8-ish. Sounds very V8-ish. I don't know what it is, but it sounds kind of cool. I don't know what it is, but it sounds kind of cool. Looked kind of rough, but it sounds kind of cool. So, hey, if you're watching the video, cool car.